I got a notice from the chief signal officer on oh no, not the radio, TV. Teletype. Wanting to know if I would accept duty in one of 5 places in the Pacific, of which one was the Pearl Harbor. And I said, yes, if I could get married and take my wife with me to that station, I'd do it. And then it came back and said, okay. So we got married, took the Hunter Liggett out of New York, went in through the Panama Canal up to San Francisco for about a week, then over to Hawaii. I was stationed at Hickam Field. I was on duty with the Air Force. I was the 307th Signal Company Air Wing. And after a few weeks at Wheeler Field, at the Hickam Field, I was stationed at Wheeler Field, and that's where we were when the war started. And the day that the war started, I was on maneuvers, and my wife heard this noise, looked out the window, and she watched the bombs drop and so forth. She was right there when it happened. So then, of course, what they did is they took all the women and sent them all back to the mainland. That was the end of our honeymoon. And I stayed over there for a while, came home for leave, and I went back to Kwajalein for a while. Went back to saw my little son for the first time, and then I went back to Okinawa, where I was when the war ended. I came home and it was over.
What was it like being both there? I mean, did you get to see each other when you were there at all? Did you get to contact each other after all this started?
Yes. Well, eventually we were from Wheeler Field. We were sent down on the 7th to down into Honolulu. I was at a school there. The people came and brought blankets and some food and so forth, and we were there for 2 or 3 days. And finally, we did get in touch with each other. And I went back and was fortunate to have a friend who had a friend who lived in the little town of Wahiawa, which was right outside of Wheeler Field. And so I was able to get onto the field now and then because the wives weren't supposed to be there. But eventually we had to leave, and we left there, the wives, on one of the Princess lines that was caught in between the Philippines and Hawaii, a cruise ship, and so I was on that cruise ship coming back and landed December 25th in San Francisco. And then everybody was working to get us across country wherever we were going. And eventually I got back to Taunton, Massachusetts, where I lived. Yep.
Did you ever get to take another honeymoon?
Oh, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Did you go to Hawaii or somewhere else?
We didn't go to Hawaii, though. No, I think we took a cruise to the islands. Yeah. So not the Hawaiian islands. So.